This little light of mine, it's like my peace of mind. Even when I'm in the dark, still gotta let me shine, let me fly. My mind's got wings on it, got a blue, got a brown, got a pink on it. My neck grows, got a sick wallet. I splash cash and I drink solid.
So what it is, SK Vibemaker in the building with one of the sickest MCs in the game, like one of the most significant MCs. I'm not dicing my words. Mr. Wretch 32, man. What's going on?
Happening, brother? I've been a minute, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I did see you performing the other day at Definitely Show in Coco.
Yeah,
it looked like you was like slyly ready to commit suicide.
Bro, do you know what it is, yeah? When you're performing, yeah, sometimes you just have to lose yourself and you just have to, you know, become one with the performance. And like, just jumping up on that balcony just reminded me of when I was a little kid. I wouldn't advise this to any little kid or whatever, but I just used to do mad stuff like that. So my youth just came back into me and I jumped up and I was like, whoa, it's high, but it was cool.
And it's so good for a person like me to see you evolve, man. To see where you was like in 2005 and to see you in 2013. I had a lot of faith in Wretch 32.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people expected to see Wretch 32 where he is right now.
I don't think I was the obvious choice. And obviously at times I didn't even believe it was possible myself. I just kind of hoped that, you know, it would happen. You know, we used to have conversations for hours, do you know what I mean, on what should I be doing, whether I should be trying to make music for that, and just you know, every conversation what every artist has had. But I don't know, it's just the faith and believing and just working at something and sticking at it and just not stopping. There's so much people that have quit that were ahead, you know, or that could have been ahead. Like there's a few, like nobody would have said Tinchy Strider would have had the year he had, you know, when he came out, and he could have quit many times, but he didn't, you know what I mean? So it's just being able to keep going and, you know, not knowing what's going to happen. And
there's the added pressure as well, because not only for North London, but for Tottenham, it's like you carry the weight on your back like a rucksack. Like you are the patron. It's like you're the president of the ends.
I wish.
Like, do you kind of feel that though?
I just feel a responsibility to represent where I'm coming from, and obviously when a place is known for so much negativity, and it's like I love being able to be one of the people that switches the negativity and shows a positive life, even if I'm speaking about the negative stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I just find that cool, man.
Don't wanna see a pack flash, I just wanna black out without backlash. Don't wanna hear snap, 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 that shit gets annoying. Wanna be alive, not just employed. Yeah, follow my heart, even the lights got faith in the dark, amen.
The 2013, like I'm happy to see that you've actually got to your second commercial album. Officially the third album, but second commercial album. Now, how much growth are we gonna see from Wretch 32 on this album?
You know what, the key word, whenever I've been describing the record, the key word I've been using is growth. Like, as a rapper, I feel like I've got better, and being able to have the past 2 years I've had and being able to articulate it and put it in the almost like a diary, but a diary an audio diary, is a great thing. So people are going to hear the growth in me as a person. And I think musically, being in with my band, you know, going on tour for like 6 weeks straight and just listening to these guys play their instruments and learning so much. I've learned so much from my band, I don't think they even know. I've brought that back into the studio, and I'm like, well, when I'm with the band, we do it like this. So, you know, Wiz, try and add that element. So when we take it live, it sounds as sick as it does on the CD, and everything's just been growing.
And the latest offering, Blackout. You know what I mean? Take away my light, take away my shine, take away my eyesight.
Give me a beat and let me rap.
Oh gosh. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, obviously, like we've spoken about the growth and the evolution, and it's nice to see you at this place with a record sounding like this that sits comfortably on daytime radio, and it's still got the credibility for the underground. How do you feel about the way it's been received?
It's been received great, man, because you know what the funny thing is, as an artist, you never know. Like, obviously I'm looking at my laptop, there's 70 songs nobody's heard, and I'm like, to pick one song that is the best out of 70 for everyone, like taking everyone into account, someone like yourself, someone like my mum, someone like my son, someone like a fan who bought Retrospective, someone who just heard me from Tractor, like you, there's so much different things to take into account. You just have to go with what you think feels the best, and I'm like, that's the record I want to perform. Do you know what I mean? Because you obviously have to be performing it for at least 2 months. So it was always going to be Blackout to come out with first,
So you mentioned the different demographic of people that might be listening to your music. You know, there's the hood, there's like your mom, there's your son, like you're an adult. There's like DJs like myself. Like, I like to ask this to artists. Like, taking your first album, Retrosize, into account, when would you feel would be the right time to let your children listen to a Wretch 3-2 album?
See, I used to be a lot, it's weird because I used to be a lot better with the language, I think. Like, I didn't swear at all, almost, at one stage. But then it just got into a thing where, out of frustration, sometimes that's the only word that could show how much passion I'm feeling for whatever I'm talking about. So, but I always bear that into account, because I look at my son and I'm like, the guy's 7. He can go onto the internet, go onto YouTube, he can read comments, he can listen to my songs. So I'm always conscious of what I'm saying, and I think about it from a parent's perspective. Like, I wouldn't want my son to hear me say that. So I alter how I say certain things just because of that.
You talk about your son reading like the comments on YouTube. And
Yeah.
Now there's a big kind of competition really going on between online and radio at the moment. So I wanted to ask Wretch 3-2's opinion on the impact of like some good reviews on a big blog, a big website, versus the impact of radio playlisting.
Yeah, it's a mad one, because you know, some of the, what people got to take into account is when somebody reviews something, like say for argument's sake, somebody asked me to review a rock album. Now, I may not have listened to many rock albums, and I may be used to only listening to rap albums. So my review, you know, I've got an acquired taste. Do you know what I mean? So it's you can't take just my review as gospel, if that makes any sense. What I love about radio is that it's the public, it's just the direct ears that are listening. Getting great playlistings help, because the higher you are up on the playlist, the more your record gets played. The more it gets played, the more people hear it. The more people hear it, the more reaction you get. Do you know what I mean? So it just depends what you're looking for. Like, I've seen mad mixed reviews from Black and White. Most of them were good, and then I've seen some random ones which I could just tell that this person who reviewed it doesn't listen to rap. So it's always going to be difficult for them, but that doesn't get mentioned in the article. Like, I've never listened to a rap album, so this is me judging this on the basis of this. It just is, you know, just the answer's what they said. So yeah.
Take away my light, take away my shine, take away my eyesight, give me a beat and let me rhyme. Take away my light, take away my shine, take away my eyesight, give me a beat and let me rhyme.